Good evening, everyone. This is S. Narayana Swami from ECE department. Is here to take a seminar about cost analysis. Let's go. Cost analysis. Cost analysis is a helpful tool to enhance project management and potential profits for a company. Financial professionals use cost analysis to calculate how much a project can generate compared to the project's overall profit. These are the steps to calculate cost analysis. The first step is determine the reason you need a cost analysis. The way you use a cost analysis can vary based on your reason for doing before you start, and determine why you need a cost analysis to be better understand what variables you can use. Next is to evaluate cost. The next step is to evaluate the cost associated with your project. It may be useful to write all of them on a list that is available for future steps. The next is compare to the previous projects. For the next step, compare your current cost analysis project to previous projects. You can use this information to identify similar cost and calculations that you can include in your analysis. The next one is the define stakeholders. It is a very important one. Identifying the project stakeholder is important to calculate an accurate cost analysis. Stakeholders are individuals or groups that have an interest in the project. They might invest money in the project or participate in planning it. The project's profit outcome impacts the stakeholders. The next is to list the potential benefits. It's time to list the potential benefits of a project, especially its expected profits. Some projects may have benefits away aside from simple mandatory or monetary projects, since it is important to give this a definite value. Next is to subtract the cost from the outcome. It is a very technical one. The next step involves finding your cost analysis ratio by subtracting the total cost from the project's estimated benefit. For an example, if your project costs $1,000, benefits are $2,500, and from this $3,500 minus $1,500 gives you as $2,500. You can produce several cost analysis ratio if you have multiple different scenarios for how much profit a project could generate. It's a very interesting topic, right? Next, to interpret your results. Once you have the value of your results, cost result, it is important to interpret the result so you can decide if you want to purpose or pursue the project. Generally, if your results meet the goal of the income you want to earn from the project, then it's a good to pursue the project. Example. Now let's go through an example. A clothing company wants to determine if they might launch a new clothing line by next spring. They decide that a cost analysis would offer them insight into how much they would earn from the project to compare profit and cost. They have decided that their goal is to generate over $1,000 with the spring clothing line. Their next step involves determining all the stakeholders within their upcoming spring clothing line. They identify 5 separate stakeholders and make them aware of cost analysis. They also consult with the stakeholders to get advice on maximizing the benefit while minimizing. For example, like the company, for example, finally, if we have rupees $500 plus $400 plus 600 plus 200 plus 500, which gives us 2,200. Finally, the account subtracts the total number of costs from benefit, which is 4,000 minus 2,200 is 1,800. This means that the company needs 800 more than it expected. Because of this, the company decides to pursue the project since the cost analysis shows the possibility of an excellent profit margin. I think this example suits you to how one cost analysis works. Cost theory. Cost theory, a core economic concept is that getting something requires giving up something else. Economists use cost theory to provide a framework for understanding how individuals and firms allocate resources in such a way that keeps cost flow and benefits high. How to determine fixed versus variable cost, marginal cost, and average total cost. Let's go through what is fixed versus variable cost. Cost theory contains various measures of cost, both fixed and variable. Fixed costs do not vary with quantity of the goods produced. Rent on a facility is an example of fixed cost. Fixed cost, sorry. Next, we can go for variable cost. The sum of fixed and variable cost is a firm's total cost. Producing more goods cost more, but the cost vary depending on how much work each additional worker can do. It is called variable cost. Now let's go to how to maximize profit. Economic theory holds that the goal of a firm is to maximize profit, which equals total revenue minus total cost. Under cost theory, as long as marginal revenue exceeds marginal cost, increasing production will raise profit. Value economics. These are the some economic points for an economic value. The economic value of a good or service has puzzled economics since the beginning of the discipline. First, economics try to estimate the value of a good to an individual alone and extend the definition that goods can be exchanged. From this analysis came to concept value in use and value in exchange. I hope then a small brief and a small seminar about cost analysis has made you some points and help you for your seminars and for the professors who sees this seminar is clear that I am very confident about this topic and I can solve the problem. Thank you for giving this opportunity to take in seminar about cost analysis. I once again thank you. Thank you.